I never was a Boy Scout, but I've always been a big fan of their motto. The Derby Festival Marathon and Mini Marathon is coming up very soon, and it's one of those races on my calendar that always makes me nervous. Why does it make me nervous? Because of the preparation. I think I've only felt really prepared for that race once, and that's been a couple years ago. One of the ways I deal with those race day jitters for a big race is to make sure I've got everything taken care of and ready to go the night before. And with a race like the Mini, I start thinking about the things I'm going to need for race day at least 2 weeks ahead of time. First, I think about what I'm going to wear on race day, and that could be, which shirt I want to wear, which shoes are working well on training runs, and even socks and shorts. Just plan it all out ahead of time. Once all that's squared away, I start prepping everything else. First off, I'm going to make sure that my bib is pinned to the front of my shirt, just so that the photographers can catch me and tag me, and also so the race directors know, that I'm supposed to be there. I consider the weather, and I start thinking, am I going to need a hat? Am I going to need sunblock? Am I going to need sunglasses? It could be, anything. Just got to prepare for the weather conditions. Also, a very important thing you do not want to forget is your anti-chafing product. A few swipes of Body Glide will save you a ton of misery over the next few days. One of the biggest issues you're going to deal with on race day is parking. Not so much for like the local 5Ks, the smaller races, but for the Triple Crown races and the Mini and the Marathon, it is a huge deal because you've got 18,000 runners and walkers, plus all the spectators, all the volunteers, and they're all basically heading to the same place. So you want to map out, plan what you're going to do. You probably want to have a plan A, plan B, and a plan C in place just in case you need to be ready. And also you want to plan to be there with way too much time. Well, not way too much time, but enough time so that if your first couple of options fall through, that you're going to have time to park and then get to the starting line. Last couple of years, I've been parking in Indiana and walking across the 2nd Street Bridge, and that has worked out great. Yeah, and you know what? If you end up getting there early, come find me, and we'll talk about The Walking Dead or where to grab a beer after the race or something like that. You're also going to want to try to have some patience on race day because, parking issues could cause you to lose your cool. You might be running late. You may forget something. You just kind of try to push through that. Lastly, let me mention this. The volunteers out there on race morning are there to make sure that we all have our best race possible. And I know for a fact that none of them are ever going to get tired of hearing thank you. So throw those thank yous out there like they're beads on Mardi Gras. I'm Chris. I will see you guys on race day, where I will be running with several thousand locals and people from all over the place.